YouTube family, what is up? So today I'm bringing you guys a very special guest, and I actually been hiding them from you guys for a very, very long time. And I actually rolled them out to my student first, the one who joined the academy. And I think I brought Michael on probably a couple months ago, and we have seen students that actually use their stuff, all right, and actually close deal. We ourselves probably have closed 3 deals already from this software that Michael's going to share with you. So I just want, before I let Michael take over, all right, and show you guys how badass this is. So instead of going on pulling a list, right, because that's the cheapest way to do it. You pull the list and then you pay on the phone and you call. And all you do is you just call random people. You don't know if they want to sell. You don't know if they want to sell or not. And majority of the time, they don't want to sell. So the majority of the time, you know, you get the hung up, the F you, leave me alone. But what if I tell you that for those of you who have a little more, have a little bit more capital, and you don't want to go through the sitting there 8 hours pound the phone, what if I tell you that you can pay for the leads? So when you talk to these homeowners, these are warm to hot leads. These are people who fill out a form saying, I want to sell my house today. I want to sell for cash. I'm ready to sell for cheap. What if you can pay for those leads? And what if you can get them in any city, any state, any zip code? Michael, welcome.
How's it going? This is
good,
great.
Man.
Super excited tonight.
Good. Dude, I am, bro. It's extremely hard to get you guys on. It's like what? It's like a month.
Yeah.
Over a month.
Yeah, it's been over a month. We did that back. It was actually back in December. We did the first one, which
Dude,
went,
I gotta tell you,
really
man,
good.
My student loves you, and they definitely want to see you back, man. So somehow you can link with Jericho. They'll love to see you back in there, man.
Yeah, we actually worked something out. I'm going to be first Monday of the month.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, I'll let you take over, and I'll let you show them, man, how badass this is. So let me add this to the screen.
Cool. So how's everybody doing? If we can get some ones and some thumbs up. And then also, if you guys could just let me know, where are you at in your journey? Are you a newbie? Are you just starting out? Have you been doing this for 6 months plus? Have you been doing this for 3 years plus? Just kind of throw it in the chat so I can see that. But I'm just going to kind of get rolling today. And today I'm really going to talk a lot about how to get guaranteed, and that keyword guaranteed, motivated seller leads that are ready to close. And we're going to help you get these for just $29 per lead. So it's not even going to be super expensive. It's not this high point of price. It's not like, oh, you have to pay $300 for every lead. It's $29 per lead. I'm going to talk about that today. And we're going to do this all without going into how to run ads. You're not going to ever have to run ads doing this. You're not going to have to go hire a bunch of cold callers to do this. And you're not going to have to drive all over town looking for people who don't mow their lawns. So we're going to throw that out the window. We're not going to worry about any of that. Before I dive in, though, what I really want to focus in on is some of the success stories that we have had. So Yellowfin Properties here, $50K in wholesale fee. It's using our leads. So using our leads. Then we have Noah. People always ask, like, should I do this? I'm a newbie. I'm just starting out. He closed his first deal on his first lead. So I love these stories. I see these all the time, Kong. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man.
I see this all the time, and it just gets me so excited because I'm like, first deal, first lead, what? And then we've got Casey. She used our deal speed software, and she sold 2 deals in 2 days, and we have thousands of others. So the big question is, why not you? And so what I want to do today is I'm going to be very upfront with you. I'm going to share a bunch of stuff. It's going to be like a fire hydrant just coming at you. I'm just going to come really fast. So we're definitely going to have some time for some questions in the end. But at the very end, what I want to do is I want to show you 2 options. I'm going to show you a paid option, and I'm going to show you a free option. So I'm going to give you an option to sign up no matter what, whether you pay or whether you don't pay. And there's just different ways, different paths inside of our software, but we do have a free version for you to get started and get in there and to check it out and everything. But then I'm going to give you a no-brainer offer today to get you really rolling. And so at the end, we'll talk a little bit about that. But before we get going, what I also want to tell you is that time is money. Like, too many people, you know, they think They get into this industry and they're just like, oh, I'll just dial 10,000 phone numbers. How long does it take you to dial 10,000 numbers? I want you just to think about that. How many hours? I mean, it's crazy. You could go get a job making $25 an hour somewhere and make so much money during that time, and then just buy your leads for $29 a lead. So you could always do it that way because time is money. And I want you to think about it that way. And so at the end of it, if you sign up, even if you just sign up for the free account, I'm going to give you $100 in lead credits if you sign up for a new account. All right. So if you're here today,
Michael.
yeah, we're already bringing the value. $100 free for you guys because I'm paying you for your time for being here today. All right.
Damn.
So if you're here today, then you've tried a bunch of stuff probably, or at least you've thought about it. Maybe you're new and you're like sitting there making your game plan. I remember, anytime that I've started a business or I've been growing a business, I sit down and I get my game plan together. Well, you probably thought about, or you've already started doing some bandit signs. Maybe you've even had some bad experience with the local city calling you up on the phone saying, hey, why signs out? This is illegal here. Or maybe the mowers rolled over them and cut them into thousands of pieces. Maybe you've tried driving for dollars or thought about driving for dollars. You're driving around looking for people's lawns that they haven't cut, thinking, oh, this is a great lead. They haven't cut their lawn. No, they probably just don't care to mow their lawn. Downloading lists. Maybe you've tried that. Maybe you've looked into that. Maybe you've hired cold callers to call those lists. Maybe you've spent thousands of dollars trying ads, maybe looked it up on YouTube and said, okay, I'm going to figure this ads game out, spent thousands of dollars and turned around and lost the money and you didn't get any leads. And you then said, oh man, PPC is bad. It doesn't work. Facebook is bad. It doesn't work. And then maybe even you said, well, maybe it just didn't work because it's me. And you went and hired an agency and you said, hey, here's all my money. And then it didn't work for you either. So we've been there. And that's why we created a different solution. So we're going to get rid of all this stuff. We're going to throw it out the window. See, iSpeed to Lead is not only the first PPL in the industry, but I believe that we are the best option when it comes to helping investors like you get guaranteed motivated seller leads faster. We have a one-of-a-kind PPL marketplace. I'm going to show you guys that today. A lot of our competition, we have a lot of competition out there, but none of them have a marketplace like this to where you can actually go cherry pick the leads you want in the markets you want. And then we also have the best in industry money back guarantee on our leads that are signed up with people from free accounts. So if you just have that free account, you get 21 days money back guarantee on a lead. If it's not motivated to sell, then you get your money back on it. If you're on our paid subscription, like Coupon Club, 60-day money back guarantee. Gives you plenty of time to follow up. So there's no complaints of, oh, I didn't have enough time to follow up. I had to get my refund in 3 days because a lot of our competition, 3 to 7 days, kind of stinks. So here's some of the boring numbers about us before we get rolling. We've spent over $6 million in ad spend over the past roughly 24 to 30 months. And now this is not including our agency side because we do have agency accounts as well. So that's just our marketplace. We've brought in over 250,000 motivated seller leads, and we're bringing in about 10,000 new leads every single month. So we've got the leads, we've got the flow. Now, before we get rolling, you got to know who I am. I'm Michael Walsh. I'm a husband. I'm a father. This is me and my family here. Got my 4 kids, my wife. And as you can see, I've got 2 teens and 2 toddlers. It keeps the house busy. I'm also head of affiliate partnerships for iSpeed to Lead. And I've been doing business and marketing for over 20 years. And in the REI space, I really need to update this slide because it's pretty much 6 years now. I'm just crossing into that 6 years roughly this month. And so I've been in this space. I got in this space kind of a weird way. I got in with coaches by building their systems and their processes and their CRMs and all that stuff. And so I worked with some of the biggest coaches in the industry, building out their processes and systems on the back end. And I did a lot of events. And so some of you may know me from events. Some of you may have met me if you've been to some of the bigger events that I did and that I ran. I know I've had a few people I've ran into that are like, oh, hey, that's where I met you. I knew you. And so, all right, Are we guys? Are we ready to get rolling? Let's get some ones. Get some. I see we got a newbie. Can you wholesale turnkey properties? We'll talk about that a little bit. All right, get some ones in the room. Pump up the room here. All right, so today I want to talk about 3 things. I want to talk about how you can stop wasting time and money on the wrong leads. I want to talk about why some investors are crushing it and others are not. I want to talk about the most important factor once you get the leads dialed in. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the first one. How you can stop wasting time and money on the wrong leads. And the answer is yes, there are wrong leads out there. Mm-hmm. So if you take a look at this, you got this little graph here that I created, and basically it shows kind of the lead flow. Now it's missing something way up here in the front, which I like to call a suspect. Basically, a suspect is somebody you suspect may be interested or may not be interested in selling. A prospect gets a few more points because, they actually don't just have a lawn that's overgrown. Maybe their lawn is overgrown. Their, mailbox is packed with letters and nobody lives in the home and you can tell it's a vacant lot, all this and that stuff. So a prospect just gets a few more points on it. But where we like to sit is not in those areas, because you got to call a lot of suspects and a lot of prospects to get a motivated seller lead. And so where we like to sit is we like to sit in the motivated seller leads. These are people who've raised their hand, who've said, yes, I want an offer on my home. Yes, I want to sell my home. Yes, I'm ready to go. I just need somebody to call me and talk me through the process and make the offer. That's as close to contract as somebody can get. And that's really the goal here. I want everybody to go ahead and pop in the chat if you think your goal when you go into this business and when you go into this, is your goal to get a lead? Is your goal to get a contract? Or is your goal to get a deal? What is your goal here? And I know there's going to be a little lag here, but go ahead and pop in there. Is it a deal, a contract, or a motivated lead? And don't be afraid. Just say it. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Don't be, good. Jose, deal. Yes. Too many people spend so much time focusing on this part of the funnel that they never, by the time they get to the deal, they kind of lose it. And what I've seen so often is people focus so much on getting the contract, and they get the contract, especially newbies. And they're like, I've got a contract, but they don't say I've got a contract. They say, I've got a deal. No, you don't have a deal. Nobody got paid. You have a contract that now you have to go make a deal. And so I want to shift your way of thinking about this. Your goal is the deal. So if your goal is the deal, you got to get as close as possible to that deal. Now, I can't hand you contracts. If I was handing you contracts, if Kong or I were handing you contracts, like it wouldn't even make sense as a business for us, because at that point in time, we might as well just close the contracts. So what we do at iSpeed Lead is we get you as close to the contract as we can, which is the motivated seller lead. And we're constantly building our systems and focusing on that. So as we dive in to the prospect versus the lead, okay, you can see that people go after prospects nonstop. Why? Because they're cheaper and they're easy to get. I can download a list of 1,000 of them. And sometimes that list is a little more expensive, just depending on where I'm getting it. Some people sell it for more, some people sell it for less. But I could get a list of 1,000 of them for maybe even $100. But the problem is this. If you got a list of 1,000 leads, you got to call every single one of them. That's time consuming. Okay, that's a con, time consuming. It's low close rate. You get a lot of no's or FU's or why are you calling me or what the heck's wrong with you or, don't call me back or I'm going to sue you. Like there's a lot of, you shouldn't be calling me. I'm on the do not call list. And then you double check and you're like, no, they're not. And it's just a lot of just nonsense. You get a low answer rate and you get a low number of deals from them. Now, the motivated lead has a lot of pros. It's high close rate. You save a lot of time. You get a lot more yeses, and you at least don't get those FUs. Okay. You get some, I decided I'm not willing to sell. I decided I don't want to sell, or, I filled that out yesterday and I decided that I'm going to keep my house or I'm going to list my house on the market. Well, guess what? That's why we guarantee them and you get your money back on that, because that's not a motivated lead any longer. So you get a lot more yeses and you get a higher percent of answers. You get a higher percent of deals. and a higher number of deals. The problem comes with they do cost more and you need a good source of them. I want you to think about it this way. I could give you $1 million lead today. Okay. This lead will make you $1 million, but it's the last lead you're ever allowed to get. It's not a very good lead. Why? Because you need that source. Like you want steady flow. Like I would rather have thousands of $10, $20, $30,000 deals than one $1 million deal and can never have a deal again. So think about that. I just want you to start thinking. They do cost more and you need a good source of them. But we're going to help you get that cost down and we're going to help you get that source. So if your goal is to close more deals and to save time, what do you guys want to go after? Do you guys want to go after prospects or leads? Go ahead and pop it in there. And remember, guys, if you ask any questions along the way, we're going to answer those in the end.
Right answer only. I'm just kidding. Right answer only.
Lead. Very good. So we don't want to focus on prospects.
On top of it today, man.
Focus on the leads. Yep, they are on top of it. And like I said, the closer to contract you can get, the better. So what do? At iSpeed Lead, we focus on our leads, answering key questions and going through a key process, a proprietary system in order to help us to understand, is this a motivated lead or not? And we do get rid of leads. Okay. So we don't just qualify everybody that fills out the form. We actually get rid of a percentage of our leads. We have key data points and sets that qualify or disqualify. See, disqualifies them. So we say, hey, are they qualified or disqualified? If they're disqualified, we get rid of them. We don't put them on our marketplace. We don't sell them to you. We don't hand them off to you because they're disqualified. And then we have quality control that checks along the way. And just in case one sneaks by, that's why we guarantee it. That's why we say, hey, we're going to put a guarantee on this. So the second thing I want to dive into and really focus on is why some investors are crushing it and others are not. Now, this one can start to cause a little bit of fights among people because everybody's like, oh, well, I think an investor needs this, and I think a good investor needs this, and I think a good investor needs this. But if we're really stripping away everything, it is not some of the common things people or companies that are trying to sell something will tell you. It's not a website. It's not some magic list like the water list or the foreclosure list or any of those lists. Like I had a guy not too long ago and he was talking to me and he's like, oh man, I'm going to succeed in 2025. This was in 2024. He was telling me, right. He's like, cause I have this goal that I'm going to focus only on the water list. And I was like, dude, what year of YouTube video were you watching, man? I was like, if that's all you're focused on, there's 1,000 other people focused on that water list. So it's not some magic list. Yes, lists can be good. Lists can be used. They have their place. And in your business, you may have that as an avenue, but you want a steady flow of leads. So, hey, that might be one flow. You might have another flow. It's not some connection. It's not like, hey, I follow King Kong. So, hey, guess what? I'm perfect. I'm great. I'm going to close deals all day long. I don't got to do nothing. I just follow him. Like you can't just stand next to him and all of a sudden his, powers just rub right off on you. It doesn't happen. It's not some connection. Yes, it's great to be learning. Yes, it's great to be here. Yes, it's great to have mentors, but they're just not going to do it for you. And every mentor, if there's a mentor that says, nope, just stand next to me and you're good, you'll close 100 deals this year, then you're standing next to the wrong person. And I know Kong would never say anything like that. And nope. It's not some amazing closer. I got this one messed up for a while. When I first got into this business, I watched so many high quality, good closers that had won awards, that had done so many things in this industry. And I watched them lead these big teams, these big wholesaling teams, and win. And it was like, oh, you got to have an amazing closer. And then I met a company, and it was just a small company, but they were closing deal after deal after deal, and they didn't have some amazing closer. In fact, they had a formula. And then what they would do is they would go hire grocery store managers, bring them into their business, teach them about real estate, teach them the formula. And they said for them, it just built their culture better than anything else. And they said, it just works for us. And that right there made me realize, ooh, okay, it's the formula. It's how they do it. It's not the amazing closer. So what are investors doing that crush it? Number one, quality motivated seller leads. Okay. I talked about time being money. If you're spending a whole bunch of money trying to find leads and figure out leads, you might end up going under in your business, especially as a newbie. I want to really stress that, because you only have so many hours in a day. You can never out hustle somebody. Okay. You just can't. Like, somebody's going to run out of hours in the day. It's just not going to work. Like, there's 24 of them. You got to sleep at least a couple. And so if you think about that, I mean, let's say I only need 3 hours of sleep. I got 21 hours. Okay. I got to, do some of the other essentials like eat and stuff. Okay. So now I can hustle for 20 hours a day, but can I effectively do that? So quality motivated seller leads, they have a steady flow. I talked about that $1 million deal, that $1 million lead, that if I gave you a lead that was going to make you $1 million, but you could never have a lead again, would you take it? I know I would never take that. No way. I mean, hey, unless I'm can retire off $1 million, but this day and age, I don't know. I don't know about that. Might be tough. Speed to lead and follow up. This is a big deal. This is a big thing. So many people I talk to, they're like, oh yeah, I called this lead. They didn't answer. Okay. Yeah, it must be a bad lead. Wait, how many times did you call them? One. They didn't answer. Call them back. Like people are busy. It's not a bad lead. They're just busy. So speed to follow up. And then they're always learning. Now, congratulations on this one, guys, because you guys are all learning here. You're all here to learn. You're all following Kong to learn. You're always you're doing this stuff. This is what you're doing. So you've got this down. The other ones we're going to talk about here in a moment. But what I'd like to talk about is Rudy. So Rudy is an investor who is doing these things. He actually bought 5 motivated leads from us. He was a little bit skeptical. He even says here that he was skeptical about doing this. He was skeptical about buying these leads, but he talked to Sophia. Sophia's awesome. She's a rock star on our team. And he found that we were the most human out of all the people out there in the PPL. And so he bought these 5 leads, started up, and he got 2 deals from 5 leads. So people always ask, what's your number? How many leads do I need to buy to close a deal? We always say, depending on the lead, if you're buying an exclusive within the first 24 hours, it's roughly 1 in 10, but we have people closing way better than that all the time. It just really depends on their, how good are they? What's their script? What's their process? What's the way that they work the lead? How much follow-up do they do? Because that's a big deal here. And then we have, sometimes they go down as they get a little bit older, they go down to 1 in 15, 1 in 20, as they start to go past that 48 hours and beyond. But we've got guys like Rudy who are saying, hey, I bought 5 and I closed 2. We've got Marcus who spent $50 in motivated seller leads. Okay. So he spent $50 and made $10,000. I want to ask in the room, I want somebody to tell me, if I could set you up to where you spent $50 and you can make $10,000, how often would you spend $50? I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying, how often would you do that?
Every hour.
Every hour.
Waking hour.
Every waking hour. You'd have somebody buying the leads, clicking the button. Bro,
I ain't going to go to sleep. I can tell you that, Michael. I ain't sleeping for days, dude. But, dude, I'm going to keep on going until my body couldn't go anymore, man.
20 hours a day. Every day. A lot. I like that. A lot. And then we have Misty. She spent $2,000, got 3 contracts. Now, is that as good as $50 to, $10,000? No, but maybe it is, because we don't know what those 3 contracts were. She says that 2 of them were novations. Novations can be, anywhere from 20 to 30, even more $1,000 per novation. So she could have made a lot more than, that. But we looked at Austin, and Austin got his first lead from us, got his first deal and made $27,750. Now do the math. If Misty did 3 of those, that's over $80,000 that she did with $2,000. He did it on his first lead. Ron bought $174 in leads in a small town, Oklahoma. Now, people always are asking. I was just asked the other day on a live, about small towns and rural, because we got a lot of leads out there that are in those areas. People are trying to sell their homes, and they're like, do people really make money in that area? Absolutely. Right here, Ron, $174, $7,000. And Casey used our product Deal Speed to dispo her deals. She did 2 deals sold in 2 days. And we have a lot of other people that are selling deals on Deal Speed. And we have a lot of other people using our software to get deals, get their first deal, get their 50th deal. It doesn't really matter. But we see ourselves as more than just a PPL company. We see ourselves as your partner in marketing. So we don't believe that we're succeeding unless we're getting you the best motivator seller leads available today. So that is something I want to stress, is we are constantly working on bettering our systems. How can we use AI to better our system? How can we use technology, automations? How can we use all these things in the back end to make sure that you guys are getting the best product on the market today? Now, the last thing I want to dive into before I show you the platform is I want to talk about
I'm waiting, man.
I know. I got you hooked.
I'm waiting, and everybody's waiting, man.
The most important thing, and the reason I go through these things is because I want you guys to realize I don't want you just jumping on the platform, buying a lead, and not doing some of these things first. See, we talked about how I can get you the quality motivated seller leads. I can get you the platform. You can sign up today and start getting them. You can be on the phone in 5 minutes, literally. I can give you a steady flow. You can get a steady flow every day, all day long. We know you're always learning. We know you're here. You're learning. This one, I can't do for you. Kong can't do it for you. iSpeed to Lead can't do it for you. It's the follow. It's the staying on top of this lead. When you buy that lead, too many times, I hear it time and time again. I'm just going to stress this. I called them. They didn't pick up. Must be a bad lead. No, call them back. They're just busy. I know I don't pick up my phone. I rarely pick up my phone. Unless I know who's calling me, I rarely pick it up. And so call them back. Have the follow-up game down. And I want to use Google, and I want to use a plumber as an analogy here. I want you to think about it this way. I don't care how many people live in your home. I don't care how many bathrooms you have. I want you to imagine you have 1 bathroom. You have 6 people in your house. Somebody in that house decided to stuff a sock down the toilet, drop something in there. It got clogged. It got backed up. You can't get it out. You've plunged it. You've snaked it. You've done everything underneath the sun. What are you going to do? You're going to get on Google and you are going to find a plumber. Now, 78% of customers purchase from the company who responds first. Remember, our customers, they're purchasing from the person that's there responding, and they're taking care of them. Somebody that they know, like, and trust, that they can get on the phone with, that they can talk to, that they feel like they're being taken care of. Same thing goes with a plumber. I'm going to jump on Google. I'm going to call a plumber. I call the first plumber. Guess what? Plumber doesn't answer. No voicemail, no nothing. Do I wait for him to call me back? Nope. Move on to the next one. Next plumber. Call him up. This guy has a voicemail. Leave a voicemail. Do I wait for him to hear it? Nope. Move on to the next plumber. Third plumber, a little bit smarter. He has a system in place. He has a call center. I get on the call center. Call center says, hey, he can be out there in 20 minutes. Does that work for you? Absolutely. Hired. Done. Am I going to wait for 1 and 2 to come back? No. Okay. I'm going to focus on plumber number 3. And the same thing goes for real estate. Sellers don't care who buys their home as long as they get close to what they want or need when it comes to the price, are taken care of and build rapport with you. Okay. They don't feel like they're being treated badly or taken advantage of. They don't feel like you're being a jerk, and that you are on top of things and know what you're doing. You don't have to know everything. Okay. Do not be one of those lifelong learners who say in 10 years from now, still working on my first deal. Okay. Don't be that person. Okay. Get out there and just do it. The best way to learn this business is just to learn the basics and just go and do it. But I want to stress this. if you just take care of people, if you just get on the phone with them, take care of them, talk them through it, get them close to that offer that they need or that they're looking for, you build that rapport, then they're going to want to do business with you. So today I showed you how you can stop wasting time and money on the wrong leads. No more prospects. Let's focus on motivated seller leads. Why some investors are crushing it and others are not. We're going to focus on the quality, the flow of leads, the quality of the leads. We're going to focus on the follow-up, and we're going to focus on being a student. And then number 3, we're going to really hone in on that follow-up. I'm not going to call once. I'm going to continue to call up, call back, call back, call back. I'm going to have a call back game. I'm going to have a follow-up game and a follow-up plan. All right. Now, what you guys have been waiting for. Who is ready to see the platform? All right. So I am turn off my filters. I realized I had some filters on there. I was looking at properties myself, playing around in there. All right. So when you sign up, whether you're in a free or a paid account, you come into the platform, into our lead feed. Now, if you take a look here, mine says 60 days. If you have the free account, it'll just say 21 days. That's the only difference.
Oh, wait, hold on. So for those of you, for those of you who wants to follow along with Michael and sign up, there is a big promotion Michael is doing. All right. The link is in the description so if you want to check it out. Yep.
And I will be talking about that promotion here in just a minute as well. So you guys are all up to speed on that. So yeah, so that 60 days is the only difference. 21 to 60 days. That's the only difference in the look. If you have a free or paid right now, I'll explain the other differences. So as I look through the feed, I can sort by state. I can sort by county. I can sort by status. Now status, there's 3 statuses. Exclusive is the first 24 hours. So you can see these leads right here. They're exclusive. Okay. So these leads are on our exclusive list. They're exclusive for the first 24 hours. And then as you purchase them, you'll be able to choose like what you want to do. If you want to put a hold on that, there's all different options for that lead, but the first 24 hours are exclusive leads.
So hold.
Yep. Go for it.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Michael, right here is where we're going to do a lot of Q&A, man. So if the exclusive lead, is that your most expensive leads? Absolutely.
Okay,
so if I go in and purchase that lead, am I the only one who's getting that leads, or can other people buy that lead as well?
Yeah. So if you go in and purchase it, it will actually
Michael, you might
100% exclusive.
Michael, you might have to say you might have to say that again. All of a sudden it get cut out. I don't know why.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So yeah, so when I click on, hold on, let's go back. When I click on this to buy the lead, I have a choice. Yep. Do I want to do a 48 exclusivity on 48 hours? I could hour. Hours would be kind of the recommended that we say, and you're just going to follow up. You're going to have it for 48 hours, or you can buy it 100% exclusive for life. It will go to nobody else. I will talk about this exclusivity a little bit more as I get into Coupon Club, because exclusivity is kind of a funny thing in the world of leads. There are technically no exclusive leads out there. They're exclusive to us. You're buying an exclusive lead to us. But remember, some of these people, remember what I did with Google? I went, called 1 guy, 2 guys, 3 guys, 3rd guy.
Yeah.
These people do the same thing. They go, fill out this form, fill out this form, fill out this form. Okay. And so we're going to dive into that a little bit more as I get into the Coupon Club. But next type of lead that you're going to see is the active lead. Active lead is 24 to 48 hours. Sale lead is 48 hours and beyond. Those are what we call our Coupon Club. If you're a Coupon Club member, active leads are $59 each. You get a code, a special code that you get to put in, and you can get your leads for $59. If you're part of Coupon Club, sale leads, these are all $29. So I'm going to pull them up, and I'll show you all the features from the sale lead view. So I'm just going to go into this first one right here. Okay, we're in a pretty good, we're not too rural here. A little bit rural, but not too rural. Okay, cool. So if you take a look at this, now that's a really pricey lead there. like this ARV. You can see the comps here. I get full access to the comps. So I can see all the comps that we pull. We pull all these comps. This is a premium feature. Premium view is $89 a month, but you get all these comps with it. You get to see them before you buy the lead. And you can match up like whatever your top 5 you would want. So you get a little bit of insight before you go and buy that lead. And you get that on all the leads. So you can check that out before you buy it. When you look right here, you get to also see all of this information with premium as well. Not everybody gets access to this. This is $89 a month to be able to see this on top of the coupon club, which is $199. But I'll be able to see, you know, so fully renovated, updated in the past 2 years, single family home, 3,000 to 4,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms. Okay. Built in 2010 to 2022. Okay. So that's definitely a newer construction. So now I can start to see this property and I can understand it. Does this fit what I'm looking for? Sometimes like I'll be going through here and I'll see one that's like 500 to 1,000 square feet. And I'm like, no, don't want that one. And, you know, I'm looking for maybe a specific reason. I'm looking for renting it out. I'm looking for a buy and hold or fix and flip. And I'm like, no, that's just not going to work for me. Might work for wholesaling, but it might not work for me. And so as you look through, you'll be able to see all of that data with premium. Now, here's where the magic comes in. Let's say I come back up to this lead that I like. This is cool. So I can see how many orders are on this. This is a sale lead, but there's 0 orders on it. So that means nobody has ordered this lead. Okay.
So no one purchased it yet.
Nobody purchased it yet. So that happens a lot of times on our sale. Oh, we got this one in Knoxville, 0. Washington, 0. 0. So a lot of times our leads get to coupon clubs. Wow. Look at all these leads on coupon club with 0. Wow. So sometimes you'll see one. There we go. 1, Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Of all places, Newcastle, Pennsylvania gets an order. go figure. Columbus, Georgia, same thing. Of all places, 2 orders. Still, I want you to remember the reason people buy these with 2 orders on them. They're like, oh, I'd never buy one with 2 orders. Well, first off, no lead is perfectly exclusive to you. Okay. It's maybe from us to you, but it's not perfectly exclusive because people fill out forms everywhere. The other thing is 99% of wholesalers have no game. They don't follow up. They don't know how to talk to a seller.
Correct.
They drop the deal. And so I actually know guys that will actually call a seller if the seller already says, oh, I you know what? I'm already working with somebody. They'll say, okay, great. Well, I want to follow up with you just to make sure that all works out for you. Can I follow up with you in 30 days? Because I've seen so many cases where wholesalers, they gave the wrong offer. They didn't get the numbers right. Yep. And they had to back out of the deal. They just couldn't do it, or they couldn't find a buyer at the last minute.
So Michael,
yep.
I just want you to clear everything up for everybody.
Yep.
So what you guys do is you guys would run ads all over the internet about, hey, sell my house, you know, hey, we buy ugly houses, we buy houses in any condition, any situation, yada, yada, yada. So you guys run these ads all over nationwide.
Correct.
People that want to sell their house are in that desperate situation. They'll go out and they'll fill out the form. Yes, let's just say my name is Bob, my house is blah, 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 blah. They fill all the information about their property, their asking price, the information, all of that. Then it goes to your website here. Then we go on there and then we choose which one we want to buy.
Correct.
Boom. Okay.
Correct. Boom. And then I'm even show you something more fun. So I'm going back up to that Frisco, Texas. It's now marked down to $200. Actually, I'm actually going to close this one out. I'm more interested in Knoxville. I'm going to be a little selfish here on this buy.
Yeah. I was going to say, Michael, comment your city or state, and then Michael will be able to search up and see.
I'll pull a couple of them.
Anything.
Yep.
They currently have anything on there. And then Michael, can you also go through, the premium, the different price wise, man?
Yep. I'll show you that. And so if you take a look at this, I'm just going to pop my little coupon club code in. I just went from $274, 29 bucks. I'm going to hit pay now. Go to lead. Boom. There's my lead. I'm going to pull that down because I don't, well, that's okay. It just went live. Oops.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that, but
yeah. So
that's right. So if anybody's in Knoxville.
Yeah. So Michael, so that right there will have all the seller information.
Yep.
Right. So what they want for the property, if they fill out the mortgage, the house, how many bedroom, bathroom, like, so when you call them up, it's not like a cold call. If you don't know they want to sell or not, this is people who actually fill out their application saying, I want to sell my house. Call me now.
Correct. And so also I do want to stress, we do have some leads that come through our cold calling because we do have cold call teams. Our cold calling teams are a little bit different. So let me see. Oh, here we go. This one is sell your house fast from calls lead from predictive AI. So basically what this is we have call centers and they are actually people calling out, cold callers calling out. They call the lead, they walk through a formula that we have, and then they turn around and those calls are all then listened to by AI. That person then is confirmed through a text message or through some other message, some other way, whether it be a call or text message. That person is then confirmed. So we have this process to make sure that our cold calling leads are coming in as quality as our PPC leads and our Facebook leads. And so actually sometimes we're actually seeing that our cold calling leads are even coming in better than even Facebook leads.
Wow. So Michael, so you have a team that filter, qualify the leads, and then you guys would post it on your site, and then whoever it is can come in and purchase that lead, call the seller back, make offer, and obviously lock that property in a contract.
Correct.
All right. Yeah. Michael, St. Louis, man. Let's see if we got anything in St. Louis.
Yeah,
Let's see if we got anything in
All right,
St. Louis.
let me pull off this filter here. Can you give me a county on St. Louis? I cannot remember is it St. Louis County?
I don't know if St. Louis is county or not.
Oh, we got that one. St. Louis City. Perfect.
And then Michael, if you can walk me through different price, dude, that'll be great.
Yep, the different prices. And I'm actually going to pull up the package that we're going to do today while I'm doing it, because it's going to be the best. All right. So check this out. St. Louis, we got we have 2 active leads in St. Louis currently. And we have some sale leads coming in. We have this one that was sold out. So that one got sold out. But, yep. You can see here, you can scroll back and get a lot. And like I said, we got 10,000 coming in every single month. And so if we start to see a hot spot, we focus on those hot spots, stuff like that we really focus in. But yeah, you can see we have pages and pages of St. Louis. So yeah, St. Louis is good. Nobody else wanted to throw something in there.
Well, all right, Michael, let's
awesome. Let's go ahead. All right. So quick thing. All you have to do is search for a lead. You pick your lead, you buy your lead. I did it right in front of you guys about a Knoxville one. Just need to call them now. And then I have to do this part. I haven't done it yet. So do you believe that if you had good quality motivated seller leads, you could close more deals in 2025? Just give me a yes. And how many deals do you guys want to close? Throw in some numbers of how many deals you want to close in 2025. Just moving through this stuff. So I showed you guys the premium data. That was the data on the house, the extra data, not just here. I'm going to jump over there again. I'm going to jump back and forth. So this comes with everything. Like the motivation of the seller, where it's at, kind of the location of it, how we got it, how many orders are on it, all that comes with any account. This is that premium that's $89 a month. Okay, so about it. This one's a duplex. This one's 500 to 1,000 square feet. It was built in 1900 and 1950. Okay, so this may be totally outside of your buy box, so you just know to move on. You also get, with the premium, you also get all of the comps. So you get to scroll through all the comps, figure out what are the best comps for it. And then Coupon Club, which is $199 a month, where you can get your leads as low as $29 per lead when you do the sale leads, and a whole bunch of other stuff. I mentioned I would do 2 options. I'm going to pop through this stuff real quick. No matter what you sign up for today, guys, you'll get $100 on your account. All right. So today I want to talk to you guys about Coupon Club Plus. Okay. So you can go buy Coupon Club and Premium, $199 and $89. Okay. So you're paying $288 a month, and you could buy Coupon Club and Premium. But what I did is I packaged them together for you today. So what you'll get is 3 months of premium data and 3 months of Coupon Club. Just flip those numbers back and forth because I have flipped around. I put them on top of each other. So go and do that. And then I'm also going to add in your first 10 sale leads for free. So you're going to get a special coupon to use on sale leads where you can get your first 10 for free if you buy this package. You only get this with this package. So it doesn't come with anything else. So it's not like you can just go buy Coupon Club by itself and get it. So the total value of this is $1,154. We're not going to charge you that today. Instead, it's going to be $599. And so it's going to be $200 a month, the same price that you would be paying if you just signed up for a Coupon Club today for the next 3 months. You'd be paying that same price. We're going to do the Coupon Club. We're going to give you the premium, and we're going to give you the 10 sale leads. And then if you want to stick around and you're like, hey, I love this and I'm enjoying this and I'm getting everything from it and I'm going to keep doing this afterwards, then you only need to pay $249 a month for both Premium and Coupon Club, which would be normally $288. So you're going to get a discount on that after that 90 days. And that's up to you if you want to stick around and do that. Plus, I'm going to give you a 60-day money-back guarantee on the subscription. And you get a 60-day money-back guarantee on your leads. So if they're not motivated to sell, then you get 60 days to turn them into us. And so that is the deal today. And this is the page right here. I'm just going to pop this in the chat.
Also, too, guys, I also left the link in the descriptions for those of you who actually wants to take on this offer. Once again, it's your choice. You don't have to get it, guys. It's just for those of you who are like, hey, Colin, I'd rather pay for the leads instead of, cold calling a bunch of leads, right? Mm-hmm. So if you have the cash, you'd rather spend it on buying these leads from Michael and then calling. Like I said, we got students that actually go in there because they have a little bit more capital. They sign up, right? And then they're able to buy these leads and they start talking to real seller, right?
Yeah.
So if you're sick of calling and getting hang up on and getting the F you, the screw you, hey, leave me alone, get the hell out of here, don't call me back again, or whatever it is, and you want to talk to a real actual seller, once again, the link is in the descriptions. And then I think Michael said he'll put the link in the chat.
I did put it in the chat. You just need to approve it.
Okay. I don't know. For some reason it didn't work. But for those of you, the link will be in the description if you want to check it out. But like I said, we got student actually bought leads. Jeremiah, he actually bought some leads. And I think he currently got 2 prop in a contract. It hasn't closed yet, right? But he got 2 prop in a contract that he's going to do novation. So the typical wholesale fee is between 20 to 25K. I think he said he's hoping to make about $20,000 on each one of them. But I'll keep you guys posted. Once he closes on it, I'll bring him on an interview. We have other students actually purchased leads and actually got results. We do it ourselves. And that's why I'm willing to bring Michael on, because we gotten results from it. And I know it worked. But it's just, for some of you, if you don't have the cash, then obviously you just got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
But if you have the extra money where you want to spend and talking to real seller, that's already fill out the form, you call them back, they're easier to talk to, then this might be the way to go. Michael, you have anything you want to say, anything you want to add, anyone have any questions? Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to also drop the link. All right, I'm going to remove the screen. Michael, you gave him a killer offer, man.
Thanks. Yeah, I think this is a great place to get started, whether you're new or whether you've been doing this for a while. Something I want to leave you guys with, and if you guys want to throw any questions in, I'll still answer them and stuff, is I want you guys to think about it this way. I want you guys to think about investing in yourself. I always focus in on people need to invest in themselves more. And Jim Carrey, actually, he did this. What he did was, before he was famous, before he was Jim Carrey, that we know Jim Carrey, when he was trying to get a job and he was getting a lot of no's, a lot of FUs, a lot of you get out of here, you stink, a lot of all that kind of stuff, because that's the actors deal with that nonstop. he decided to sit down and write himself a check. And he wrote himself a check for $1 million and said, all right, here's the date that I'm going to cash this on. Payable to myself. And so he sat there with that check. He kept going out and going after it. He invested in himself. He believed in himself. He put himself first. Sure enough, before that check was ready to be cashed, he got the job. He got a job that paid him way more than the check was worth. He cashed that check for himself. And I want you guys to think about whatever you do, invest in yourself along the way. When you believe in yourself, you're going to win.
Michael, I also want, now that you share that story, man, I also want to share another story. And you guys can go on YouTube and you guys can YouTube this. Oprah interview Jim Carrey. And this is way, way back. And Michael, I don't know if you heard the story, but man, I remember when I first got into real estate. And at the time, Michael, I was searching for a new path. I was searching for I basically was searching for a new path. A path that will get me out of the rat race. And at that time, I didn't have the mindset, the belief that I have today. And when I heard that story, dude, it gave me goosebumps. And that's when my wife and I, dude, we started a vision board. And all of this, guys, all this came from the wifey. The wifey, she's more of a, what's the word? She's more of the spiritual, right? Anyways, so Oprah asked Jim Carrey how he got to where he is, and he told her the story. He said way back he would drive up and down on, I guess it's Hollywood Hill, or I can't remember exact story, okay? But he would drive up and down the Hollywood hill, and at the time he was broke. He was dead broke. All right, he wanted to be an actor, and he would write a check to himself for $10 million, and he dated it, dude. He dated it like, I can't remember, but he dated that thing, and he gave himself like 5 or 10 years. I can't remember, but his first check. So this is for the movie Dumb and Dumber. All right, guys, this is for the movie. Wait, is it Dumb and Dumber or is it Ace Ventura? I can't remember.
I can't remember which one came first.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was for Ace Ventura or Dumb and Dumber. But anyways, the director called him and make him an offer of whatever the price is. And I think he came back with a counter. And I'm not sure. Like I said, you guys would have to YouTube it.
Yeah, YouTube it.
But dude, that story is totally real. And he said he received the check for $10 million. It was the exact amount that he wrote on the check. And I think it was only a few days before that check actually, like the check that he wrote, like future out. I mean, you're talking about like 5 to 10 years out.
Oh, yeah.
And then he said, dude, dude, if you can see it in here, and if you can see it and believe, like if you can see it and believe it in here, dude, you guys can hold in your hand. Absolutely.
No, I love the vision board too. They're just so powerful just to have that. And it's really holding that belief and just making the actions and taking the steps then to make it happen.
Right. So a lot of you need to understand faith is taking the leap, taking that first step without seeing the whole staircase. Yeah. Because if you already see it, it doesn't require faith anymore, my friend.
Right.
Faith is not seen. Just like we believe in baby Jesus, dude, it takes faith. No one's seen him before. I hope not, because if you've seen him before, dude, then we haven't seen you at all lately. All right, but being able to have that faith, man, and take that first step, because a lot of time you need to understand you're trying to go from one place to another place, and a place that you have never been, so you don't have to get there. You just have to make a move. A lot of you do. You're sitting, you're praying, you're wishing. You're hoping, you're praying to God, but God said, dude, take that step and I will show you the way. And a lot of you, dude, you don't have the faith to take the step. Yeah. But that's what you need to do. All right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take
actually,
that step, dude, and let God take over. All right.
If you look in the comments, How to Crew just says, that's why I drive around visiting neighborhoods I want to live in, shopping at grocery stores that I want in that neighborhood. Dude. Crazy thing about that is where I live right now. I live in a community that surrounds a lake. Yeah. And when I was 20 years old, I drove through that area with a friend and I was like, oh man, this would be such a cool place to live. I'd love to live here one day. Look at all these pathways and the lake and all this and that stuff.
Yeah.
And guess what? I lived there today. And it was like 40 minutes away from where I was living at that time. And so it just happened.
Michael, dude, I can tell you guys, I can sit here, me and Michael can sit here and probably tell you guys a bunch of stories, because when Michael talked about the vision board, dude, it's game time for me, baby. Because the wife, Lon, she's on another level with vision boards. And I tell you, man, when I made that vision board, I didn't really believe in it, to be honest with you. Like, I'll be really honest with you. I remember, Michael, when we first got into real estate, the wifey at the time, same thing, right? I'm telling you, at the time, we're seeking for another path. Just like some of you right now, you're seeking for the new path, the path that's going to get you to that financial freedom, okay? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, like, you don't really think that it will even happen. But the wife, she came across the movie, and I suggest you guys all go watch it, called The Secret. Okay? The next that book, that movie, lead us to the real estate book called How Come That Idiot Is Rich and I'm Not. And then that lead the wifey to listen to Bob Proctor. Dude, Bob Proctor's talking about like the whole mindset. But Lon and I, dude, we used to, man, on my vision board, this is 12 years ago. I can take that vision board out right now and it'll give me goosebumps. On that vision board, Michael, I put a nice Mercedes. All right. I put a nice Mercedes, man, because, you know, Asian, dude, so the Asian culture is, dude, if you own a Mercedes, man, you're a baller.
You've arrived.
You have arrived, my friend. That is correct. And I kid you not. And on there, Michael, this is way before I started my social media. Yeah. Way before. So at the time, the guy who wrote the book, he was such a good speaker, right? And a real estate investor, like kind of like an icon. Like, I truly look up to the guy. Mm-hmm. And I would take his picture and I would put it on there. And I said, one day I would also want to be a mentor to thousands of people. And I kid too, this is way before I start showing with social media. And now I'm even bigger than that guy. Like, I don't make as much, but my influence, right? I have bigger following than that guy. The Mercedes that I put on there was $50,000. All right. I end up buying a $100,000 AMG. So what I'm telling you, dude, is sometimes, dude, God will take you to places that you can never ever imagine. Yep. And now for me, Michael, any car that it's under, now I say this is not to brag, it's not to flex, but any car that's less than $150,000, dude, is considered cheap to me. All right. Because now I'm driving a baby Rari. Okay. Yeah. So a lot of times, dude, I used to think, Michael, I used to go drive around in a 1997 Honda Accord, all beat up. And I could never, ever, dude, like, Michael, like, I don't even dreams about calling Ferrari, okay? You just gotta understand, like this is not even in my dreams, all right? Like, even if I could dreams, it's even not in my dreams. Yeah. But what I'm telling you is, dude, sometimes your plan doesn't work because God have bigger plan and bigger dreams for you. Okay? So it's not even in my dream, but God said, come, bro. Dude, I'll take you beyond what you can dream of. And man, so I'm telling you guys right now, dude, is take that leap of faith and stay committed. That's Absolutely. It, dude. You got to stay committed, man, because getting rich or being financially free, all right, it's not going to happen overnight. Mm-hmm. It happens over time. Yeah. Yeah. And so often when it does happen overnight, I watch it drop overnight too, because you didn't do anything to build stability along the way. And you didn't go through hardships and through the fire. And that's what really builds the character, you know? So if you're going through something tough right now, just know there's another side to it. You know, we all go through crazy, tough stories. And I love that story of, you know, how God, you know, it's like the saying, tell God your plans and he'll laugh, because like our plans are so tiny compared to what he has planned for us. Yep. Like we can't fathom. I've always said that we can't fathom. If we ask God to show me the staircase, as you said, we'd be done for. We couldn't fathom what our staircase looks like. Yeah. And for every single one of you right now that are going through some tough time, like you felt like you have hit rock bottom or you have hit a wall. I can tell you right now, 15 years ago, I was that guy. I was there. Dude, and I tell you, like I said, I'm like Catholic, but I don't talk about religions a lot because, so but I do want you guys to understand this, man. At the lowest time of my life, the only two person that was around, one was the wifey, the other one is baby Jesus, man. Dude, and I tell you, kid, no, man, I got down on my knees and I pray. Dude, I pray because I felt like there was no way out for me.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, dude, you can pray, but you have to make a move.
Yep.
I pray, and then I said, dude, let God take over. I made a move, dude, and everything just happens. All right? Even if you make the wrong move, sometimes you think it's a wrong move, but that's the move, dude, that you just need to take because that's all you knew.
Yeah.
And I remember Lon and I had a little kiosk in the mall. We put about $40,000 investment into this kiosk. And then all of a sudden, Michael, one day, it was during the holidays, and the mall, the management called me and said, hey, you guys have to shut down. So now what the heck are we going to do with $40,000 worth of inventory? And and Michael, November and December was the two biggest months where we make our money, right? The holidays.
Yeah.
And they told us to shut it down because they said someone else have came in and pay more in rent, and they're going to open up more location. And Michael, I swear to God, I said, man, why does this happen to us? And because you guys looking back, you can only connect the dots by looking backward, man. Yeah. Because, dude, looking back, I'll be like, dude, why did that happen? But now I know that meant to happen because God said, come, dude, this kiosk can only make you $10,000 a month, man. But I want to take you to where you can make $100,000 a month, baby. So shut that shit down. So Michael, dude, I remember my wife and I cry. We hug each other and we just cry and cry and cry and cry. And eventually, after 3 hours of crying like a little bitch, dude, my wife, Michael, my wife said, "Kong, get up. We're gonna go and figure this shit out." And I said, "Dude, let's do it."
Yep.
And I'm telling you, dude, I never look back in, and I'm so glad I got out of the whole kiosk business because, dude, the whole kiosk business just died, just tanked. Everybody went out of business, man. And at the time, dude, we already ventured into real estate, and it got me to where I am today doing 6-figure a month. And if that didn't happen, I would still be stuck working at the mall, 10-hour shift.
Yeah. I love that, how you have to look back to connect the dots. It is so true. Like, everything I look back on and I realize, oh, that's why I went through that hardship. Yeah. That's why it hurt so bad. That's why I struggled. That's why I was in pain. Okay, my pain actually led to something great. Mm-hmm. And so just know that. Anybody here, just know your pain can either defeat you, and you can give up, and you can say, oh, they shut down my kiosk, therefore I'm not going to do anything anymore. I'm going to go work at a restaurant. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do that. Or you can say, hey, maybe it'd be your wife or somebody else. Get up. No more mourning. The mourning is over. You get 24 hours to mourn. One of my favorite mentors always says you have 24 hours to mourn this, and then it's time to go. And so mourn the loss, move on. No, I love it, Michael. Man. Love it.
And the thing is, Michael, I also tell people that follow me all the time, man. Dude, bad things happen to good people, right? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
People get into bad situations. Bad things happen, man. Like unpredicted things will happen in your life. But you can either choose to be a victim or you can rise above, man, and come out as a victor. Those are the only two choices you got, man. You either stay as a victim and keep whining, complaining like a little bitch about how all this thing happens to you when it wasn't supposed to happen to you, or you can be like, dude, this meant to happen because there must be a better opportunity for me. So I need to seek for the opportunity and stop looking at the stupid closed door. All right? Michael, do you have anything else that you want to say to the people, man, before we wrap this up?
Nothing else. Just get out there, guys, and believe in yourself and get some leads, start calling them and follow up.
Let's go. Once again, Michael have gave you guys a pretty damn good offer. So for those of you who want to take on the offer, the link is in the description. So, okay, Michael, thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you so much,
appreciate it,
Colin.
man.
All right.
Yep. Have a good one, Michael. Thank you, man. Bam. All right, man. That's all we got. I honestly, man, when I share that with you guys, right, not only hope to motivate you and inspire you, but I want to give you that self-belief, that confidence that you too, my friend, can do this. Listen, I'm a high school dropout, born and raised in Vietnam, grew up in a mud hut. I used to catch frogs for dinner. My reading and writing is still poor, probably worse than a fifth grader. And if I can make money, so can you. Making money doesn't require you to be smart. Making money doesn't require you to have a college degree, a GED, or a PhD. You don't even need to know your ABC, my friend. All you need to do, dude, all you need to know is Benjamin. That's it. You know him, he knows you, you're good to go. All right? So stop whining, stop complaining about shit, man, and get up and go out there and start changing your life. Ain't nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to do it for you. This is your goal. This is your dreams. You're the one who have to do it. You want the muscle, you do the push-up. You want the money, you put in the work. Ain't nobody going to do it for you. Okay? Some of you, man, I'm telling you, man, some of you, I need to bitch slap you in the face and wake the F up. Because some of you, you have so much potential. You have so much potential within you. But you're hanging around with the wrong people. The people that hold you back and keep you as mediocre. Telling you that money don't buy happiness. They never had money before. I can tell you right now, dude, money don't buy happiness. But you know what it does buy? Freedom. And if you tell me freedom doesn't make you happy, then I'm sorry, my friend. You play the wrong game. Wrong game of life. Freedom to do whatever you want, whenever, wherever, and with whoever the F you want. Not saying that every one of you need to be a millionaire, but for some of you, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month, 40,000 a month, 100,000 a month, and get to control your own schedule, call your own shot, go on a vacation, stay as long as you want, fly first class if you want, or sit in economy if you want. Doesn't matter. Money give you options. When you don't have the money, you have no options. Those who said, "Oh man, Kong, I wouldn't pay $14,000 for a business class going back to Vietnam, 16-hour flight." That's because you don't have the money. I'm sorry, dude. That's because you don't have the money. Because if you have the money, why would you care? If you have to choose between this and that, you haven't made it. Make sense? Like if you have to choose between, "Oh man, I want to go first class, but then I don't want to spend this much," then you haven't made it, my friend. So you want to get to the point where, dude, you can choose whichever you want. Like for me, I just don't like designer clothes. Like I think they're ugly. I think they're a waste of money. I don't care about the logo shit. Like to me, they're just pointless. It's not like I like them and I don't want to buy them because I'm cheap. Some people, some of you think that's what I am. Oh, Colin, so he got all the money, but he's cheap. Then I'm not cheap, man. I just don't like the designer clothes. To me, it's ugly. To be honest, I like what I like. Right here, the shirt that I wear, nice plain white shirt, Amazon, $20. Shit, jeans. Come on, man. Slack. Bam. Amazon. 25, $30. Why would I pay $300,000? Why would I pay $300 for a pair of jeans when I can buy 10 of these and wear a new one every single day? You know? Anyways, guys, I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here with me. For those of you who want to take advantage of the deal that Michael's talking about, once again, you don't have to get it, guys. I don't want this to come off like a sell pitch. You don't have to buy it. Okay? I just want you to do it for you, not for me. do for you. If you feel like you need it, get it. But Michael's hooking you guys up with a very good deal today. I'll leave the link in the descriptions. I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here. Thank you so much. All right. Make sure to put in the work and stay committed. I'll see you at the top. And let's go get this money. I'm out.